Join me today as I head out solo truck camping in beautiful Central Oregon. I explore over 20 miles of off-road trails, all in search of good memories and better views. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Solo Truck Camping Deep in the Mountains.
Now I'm running through a dream. Hang on to the moment, it's turning to memory. We'll go where the wind is blowing. You're the place where I begin. When you're falling out of reach, I'll be the tide that's bringing you home to me. And when the sun sets, the lights fading, we'll hang on to the moment as far as our eyes can see.
That was crazy how steep those hills were and how loose the gravel was. I honestly wasn't sure that I was going to make it up some of those hills, but I'm pretty sure, knock on wood here, that we're through the hardest part of this trail. Little tip for you guys too, and I learned this the hard way. When you're off-roading on tight trails, fold in your mirrors. That one over there is completely smashed out and the outside of it is destroyed, so fold in your mirrors when you're on tight trails like this. It'll save ya. I'm currently trying to figure out where exactly I want to camp. There's a big new, I don't know what it is, some type of radio tower or something up at the main area where I was hoping to camp. So that whole part is kind of blocked off. So there's this other road where I am now that kind of just dead ends here. And right now I have the Sequoia parked up there, but it's not a very level surface. So in order for the Sequoia to sit flat, it kind of drops off on the backside, which means my drawers would be very high off the ground for cooking and using them. So I might just pull the Sequoia here and kind of park here on the flat area because this is a dead end. Or I might head over to a place here, kind of where the trail just kind of reaches the top of this mountain. A couple options, just trying to figure it out now. So I decided to just kind of park over here where the trail comes up. That spot is really pretty and has a good view of the mountains, but it kind of just slants down in the rear and the front, so it's a little bit awkward for trying to camp there. This space up here just has a lot more flat area around it, and I believe I should be able to set up a hammock because there's a tree pretty close to the Sequoia as well. So. If I didn't have the Sherpa rack, There are just so many places I would never be able to set up a hammock. With the shipwreck, all I need is a single tree and I can kind of arrange where I park the Sequoia in order to line it up so I can set up the hammocks. I left today around 3 o'clock and it's currently 6 p.m. So definitely a slow and longer adventure up here than I was thinking. I of course have brought the Yeti cooler, one of my new favorite purchases for summer camping. And tonight we're just going to be making some sandwiches. I got some veggies to chop up here. Got hummus, cheese, some sourdough bread, and yeah, just going to put some sandwiches together. Alright, I think we're pretty much good to go here. Pretty easy meal. I don't know why I've never made sandwiches before, but we got some sourdough bread, we got tomato, we got red bell pepper, cucumber, hummus, and cheese. And I am ready to eat because I am hungry. Hey! Fly away. Alright, I already know this is going to be such a mess. You guys know how in the winter, when you're really cold, something like soup or something warm tastes really good? Well, I feel like it's the opposite in the summer. When it's really warm outside, having something cold or refreshing always tastes so much better. And that's exactly what this sandwich is doing right now. This is hitting the spot. For just being some basic sandwiches, it was actually pretty good. But also, I think there's this thing called the camping food effect, where whatever you make, it literally always tastes better when you're out camping. Time to clean up tonight. And I am very excited by this part because these are the only dishes we have tonight.
I see an open road.
It's getting closer to sunset now. We still have about an hour. Even tonight up here in the mountains, there is still a little bit of a smoky haze in the air, but it feels so nice to be able to go outside and not feel like you're living in a campfire.
I hear a faint voice saying it's still your choice. This world, it's just noise trying to steal you from me. So hold on.
Alright, well I just met two guys who came up here in a sweet 5th gen 4Runner. Their names were Michael and Jason. And they were telling me a little bit about this new tower here. It was built not too long ago, and actually what it's designed for, which is really cool, is it has a bunch of cameras mounted on it, and it's a way for them to monitor and look for wildfires. So being up here at this viewpoint, you get great 360-degree views, of course. So that's actually the purpose of it, is to help look for wildfires. So that's super cool. Awesome guys, great to meet them. Well, now that I'm seeing how gorgeous it is up here, I'm kind of thinking that I don't mind sleeping next to this tower because the view of the mountains is too hard to beat. I drove all the way up here, I spent a lot of time and a lot of money on gas to get here. Might as well sleep where I can enjoy the view, right? I'm gonna move the truck forward a little bit, see if I can get it level here. And yeah, I think I'll actually sleep up here for tonight. It is so pretty up here, guys, and I can't tell you how glad I am to get a break from all of the smoke. I still think there's some smoke kind of settled down in the valley out in Bend. Looking out east, it definitely looks a little bit hazy, but up here in the mountains, it is clear right now, and it is so nice to be able to breathe fresh air. It was honestly hard to tell earlier whether or not it was actually smoky or just the sun kind of backlighting the mountains made it look that way. But now that the sun has gone down, I can see the mountains and it does seem pretty clear. I don't like the smoke. I don't think anyone really does. And it's making me realize that fresh air, clean air is another thing that you just should not take for granted.
And I think how it was before the paint started fading. No history books written about this plot, but the stories I've heard are persuading. This old house is a castle to me, a place that I'll keep in a warm memory. Someday I'll be gone and I'll turn in my key, and then I'll be a little piece of the house history, and then I'll be a little piece of the house history.
Good morning, guys. It could not have been a better night last night. It was so quiet and calm, and temperatures were absolutely amazing. It's weird, my most recent truck camping trip before this one, I was camping up at a lake, and for some reason on that trip I woke up in the morning and it was so cold. It was like 40 degrees, and yeah, I just had to have a sweatshirt on and almost felt like I needed gloves. I'm just not used to colder temperatures like that, but this trip has been the exact opposite. It was so pleasant all night long. I didn't even need to use my sleeping bag. And yeah, even this morning, it is just such a nice temperature out. All right, check this out. This is the view of the back of my Sequoia. Ready? I hear a little plane going overhead, and it's cool to think they have such a different view up there right now. Well, that is going to wrap it up for today's video. It was great to get outside and get some fresh, smoke-free air. Unfortunately, with wildfire season starting here in Oregon, any trip I get now without smoke is something I am so grateful for. I have a bit of a drive back to town now, but I'm hoping I can kind of stick on some easier trails, and it'll be a little bit quicker than yesterday's adventure out here. With that being said though, it was a lot of fun to take a more technical trail and just get to a location that's a little bit more remote and a little bit harder to get to as well. It definitely feels more rewarding to get up to a viewpoint like this, knowing that it was such a challenge to get here. Along with that, it was just an absolutely gorgeous location with a view of the mountains, and I had so much fun getting to watch the sunset last night and then of course the sunrise this morning. I really hope you guys enjoyed this truck camping adventure. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. It's a great way to support my channel, and it's completely free as well. If you guys have any comments or questions, you can always feel free to reach out. You can do so by dropping a comment in the comment section below, or you can send me a message on Instagram. My Instagram is maxapeters, and I will try to get back to you guys as quickly as I can. So thanks again for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.